Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I wasn't muted. Man. So y'all let me know if you can hear me now. I was in this thing for 5 minutes and 41 seconds. All right. My goodness gracious. I knew it sounded weird. I got I don't know if y'all remember me talking show before last. I got a new box and just working out the kinks, but glad you guys can hear me now. So what I was saying that whole time was just like, hello, how are you guys doing? Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Welcome to the show. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday, a relaxing Sunday as you're preparing for the week. I hope you have had an even better weekend. And I'm trying to also pay attention to what you guys are saying as well. Where the money resides, want to become famous. All right, all right. Thank you for that advice. And I'll call you guys out in just a little bit. But I want to thank you all for being here. Right now, I have about 39 people in the chat. If I can, and I got 25 likes. So if I could just get a few more thumbs up, that would be great. I would really appreciate that. And my family is texting me too, talking about, Brandon, we can't hear you. And so that's just, sometime when I start the show, I'm going to be able to talk and you guys hear me without being muted for 10 minutes. I was also saying that Larry, the living legend Larry, and OneTakeBigDog will not be here today. Just letting you know, they have some prior business that they had to take care of, which is all good, and so just, I know y'all are excited. Those are your favorite, like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to hear what the living legend Larry and OneTakeBigDog has to say. And so just let you know, they will not be popping in, but maybe they'll pop in next week or, whenever. Just let you know. Also, this will be a short show today, or shorter. I've talked about in the past how I'm only going to be doing about maybe 4 to 6 topics per show, because I'm going to try to give you guys 2 shows a week. That way it's just not as long. And another reason is just because when I'm dropping the news and I'm talking about it, it's more fresh. And so I think that's gonna hopefully that can work out. So giving you guys a show today. All the topics are down below in the description box, and also I will be back live this Wednesday for my Loki episode 2 recap, and also the second half will be another movie news roundup show. Also want to let you know, for the security for the show, you got to make sure that the house is clean. If I had set you up as a moderator in the past to block all the trolls, you are still set as a moderator. You don't got to do nothing. If you come in, you can block the haters, and if you're not, it's no big deal. Yeah, Robert Reed, no Larry. Oh man, and my swiper, the Fox voice. I know. Okay. She's joking, talking about I needed a break from Larry. We never need a break from the living legend Larry. But let me go ahead and shout out all of you guys. SJ Evans in the building, talking about I'm second this time around. Hey, everyone out there in YouTube land. Zia Latrice coming through. How you doing, ma'am? And I saw all of your comments. I just have to respond to them. And the trailer reactions that I've been doing lately. So thank you so much for that. What's up, Jaron 215? Stephanie Garrett in the building. Hey, how you doing? Who else we got? Exquisite Coilus. What's good? How you doing? You're still a moderator. Zia Latrice, you're still a moderator. D-Ray, what's good? How you doing? Kellen 221. Hey, what's going on? Car Harlem, what's good? Hey, One Journey, how you doing? Let's make it count. Yes. Moses Blackthorn, Pure Chaos, how you doing? Ernest Holloway, what's up? D-Ray, Brandon Thompson, Cat Harlem, Professor Film Fan, what's going on? How y'all doing out there? Brandon Thompson, Moses Blackthorn. All right. Jerry, Jerron Johnson. All right, who we got in here? Who else we got in here? CJ32 Pool 2. I can say B. All right, and now I'm getting thrown off because I'm getting caught up to your comments, but it's saying that I'm muted, but I know I'm good now, so that's why I kind of hesitated. They're like, wait a minute, no, I'm good. But who else we got in here? And so Ringer Man 123, what's going on? And Cordell Adams, how you doing? ER Grandpa, hey. Who else we got in here? Zia B. Lou, what's good? Malaya Lewis, hey. Nathan Moore, what's up? Karma Serene, what's going on? Karma, how you doing? Malia Lewis, Zia, okay, and Brendan Thompson. All right, guys, well, like the banner says, welcome to the show. Do y'all like that up there? It's quite big, but, I'm just trying some new things. And so, guys, I will go ahead and get started. And well, I usually ask somebody else, so I was going to introduce like the what you call it, what is it called? My channel tab, but that's completely unnecessary. But again, guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the Movie News Roundup show number 19. Number 19, we got some new record for Loki. We also have a new title for, was this Aquaman 2, some TED news, and also a Lord of the Rings. And I can't wait to talk about it. And before I pull this down, I just want to go ahead and welcome my first guest to the show. So thankful that he is popping in today. That is Brother Elliot from the good state of Missouri. How are you doing, my brother? How are you doing?
Good, man. How we doing today?
Pretty good, man. That mic quality is ace, man. I'm loving it. My goodness gracious. What's good, man? Thank you so much
for being popping
here,
a little bit.
No,
it's coming in good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, how you doing? Strictly Starlight. What's going on? Supporting gaming 2020. Yeah, man. So how was your day, man? How was your weekend?
Good. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, just one of those weekends, man. It's hot as hell in Missouri, man. It was like 100 degrees yesterday, like 98.9 today. So, wow. Yeah, man, summertime.
Okay, I got you, man. I got you. Well, again, guys, well, this is Elliot. You all know this gentleman right here. I was just getting started with the show, but just want to let you know that I am live right now on YouTube at Just My Opinion Reviews, live on Twitch at Just My Opinion Reviews, Facebook.com/Just My Opinion, and you can follow me and Elliot on social media. Our handles on the screen right here. If you love what Elliot has to say, there's a link to all of his information down in the description box. And like always, you can head over to my channel tab, and he is there, part of the fam, part of the crew. And just had to let you guys know that before we go ahead and get started. And again, Elliot, thank you so much for being here, man.
Yeah, man.
And all of the topics that we are going to be discussing today are down in the description box. And I'm also put it in the pinned comment. So just letting everybody know out there, if you want to read along, that information is there. But let's go ahead and move on to this first topic, man. Talking about Aquaman. You know, are you a big fan of Aquaman?
Comic, not so much. I didn't really get into him in the comics, but as far as like the movie goes, 2018, it's a fun movie, man. My man. Yeah. And I like Jason Momoa, man. I think he's a pretty interesting actor. You know, coming from, wasn't he in the Game for a little bit? He was like he was like a random boyfriend in one of the seasons.
Talking about the sitcom, The Game?
Yeah, I think he made like a little he was really? He played a boyfriend of one of the characters, one of the football players, like ex-wife or something. He was like in a couple episodes, but I did not know that. Game of Thrones, obviously doing some action films. I didn't really, Conan the Barbarian, but I'm glad he's kind of found his footing and kind of making his way into Hollywood, man. So I enjoyed the first one. I'm a huge James Wan fan, so I'm looking forward to the second one, man.
Well, yes, I'm a huge fan too. I got my Blu-ray right here, 4K. You know, I still have my physical media. I don't want it to die, but it is. It's wasting space. Yeah. You know, I was always wanting to hang on to it, man, because for a while the video and audio quality was better still than digital if you have physical media. But as technology updates every second, that's becoming less and less the point right there. But of course, we're talking Aquaman because the first topic of the day, man, I have this from Collider, and this is talking about they have a new title. Aquaman 2 title teases the Lost Kingdom. Director James Wan revealed the title on his Instagram, and it says well, before I just want to say this real quick about the movie. It was okay to me at first, the first time I saw it, but the second time I saw it in theaters, I absolutely loved it. This is possibly one of my favorite, I'm not going to say the best, but one of my favorite DC films. It looks great in 4K. They actually shot some of and I know you're aware of this, they shot some of the scenes with IMAX cameras, and it's like, it's demo worthy, man. The sound quality, the picture quality, it's just beautiful seeing it at home. And so, like, it is one of my go-to movies if I'm bored and want to pass time. Like, okay, I got 20 minutes before I'm trying to leave. You know, do I want to watch some? I will watch certain scenes in that movie. So that's just
that Trent scene. That's the scene I go to every time. That Trent scene, the color, and again, James Wan being from horror, that's one of my favorite scenes in that film. I love the Trent moment.
Right on. And so I just said all that to say, because I'm just excited about any news. And he says Wan shared an image on his Instagram from a production meeting which featured the title and what looks like a potential logo for the film. Wan also stated last year at DC Fandom Panel that Aquaman 2 will be more serious than the first film. That right there makes me very excited. This is exactly what he said. The second one is a little bit more serious, a little bit more relevant to the world we're living in today. That's where it wants to go. Of course, the title implies that Atlantis will be naturally a major focus of the sequel. And so this is the picture right here that he's talking about. That they released on Instagram and the Lost Kingdom. I have no idea what that means, to be honest with you, but I don't care. I'm looking forward to this. I'm super excited. I'm really, really happy that he was talking about taking this being more serious because, part of my little gripes that I do have about the first film, there was some goofy and cringy moments here and there. I remember wanting to vomit when the octopus came in and dancing, and he was like, and I smell like shark butt. But anyway, I'm excited about this, the title, and especially just the comment that he made saying that this is going to be more serious. How you feeling about all this?
Yeah, man. No, I like that because, like you said, I think so. For me, it's not my favorite DCEU film to date, but I think it's the most fun I've had in a DC film. It was kind of a little bit more brighter, a little bit, coming from, and I love me some Zack Snyder and the dark groundedness that he brings to the MCU, to the DC universe. But it was fun. It was a fun adventure. It was like a throwback to like an 80s, 90s type of, what do they call it? Kind of Indiana Jones journey, type of adventure film that I had a good time with. The visuals were on point. And, again, it's just bringing these characters, again, the butt in the joke for many, many years from Entourage and South Park was Aquaman and the jokes. But I mean, Jason Momoa showed you could be a pretty badass character. So as far as his title goes, the only thing I can think of, and again, not being as well versed in the comics, but just based on the film, his half brother, or played by Patrick Wilson, mentioned that once Atlantis went under the sea, they were kind of split into different divisions, and we met different tribes throughout the film, like obviously the Trench, we met the fishermen and all that. So they have briefly mentioned that the Lost Kingdom just disappeared off the map. So I think this kind of alludes to maybe another villain in the mix, that they don't want to be ruled by Aquaman, Arthur Curry, the ruler of the seven seas. So they might have some pushback on that, or they might be completely decimated. So I think that they did, like I said, I think they alluded to it in the first one, and now Aquaman is going to try to find this Lost Kingdom and maybe get him on his side, or maybe he has someone to go against that doesn't want him to be the king. Kind of Black Panther-ish type of tones going on there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
Cool, man. Love the passion too. Let me go ahead and grab this super chat real quick. I can barely see. My goodness gracious! But hey, guys, I'm getting it fixed. Here we go.
Money reside? What a money reside? What a money reside? What a money reside? Okay, I'll tell you.
I just saw the end of what you said. What's up? I'm sorry, I can't even pronounce it. It's 2017, $5. Thank you so much. Finally made a live show. I work third shift and love your streams, and don't start an OnlyFans kneecaps. LOL. That was a comment made, a live stream I had. I couldn't sleep during the when Texas was frozen, back in February. So
that's a deep cut.
Yes, sir. But man, just I don't know what's going on. Things are just working out for me today, and I didn't think this gentleman was going to pop up. He's just surprising me right now, and I'm just so appreciative. And it's that guy that y'all love so much, the living legend Larry. What's good? No, my brother. Dang, I messed up your intro. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good. Thank you for being here, sir.
Yeah, man. I didn't think I was gonna make it today, but we had a change of plans, and so I'm in the house.
Already. That's what's up. Well, I'm glad you're in the house. What does that shirt say? Stop police. Let's see what it says. Stop police brutality. Something BLM.
Hashtag BLM.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it. You got the colors in the back, all that. You know what I'm saying? You hot on fire. But yeah, man, thank you for being here, man. I wasn't expecting it. You told me about was it like early in the week? Like, hey, man, I'm busy. So, already. Well, we are still on this first topic, man. And so let's go ahead and get your opinion as well. Jason Momoa has revealed a new title for Aquaman 2 called The Lost Kingdom. And I want to know how you feel about the title. I want to know how you feel about the first movie. And also, before you tell me how you feel about the first movie, you have to see these quotes right here. I know you read the article. The second one is a little bit more serious, a little bit more relevant to the world we're living in today. That's where it all wants to go. How you feeling about all this, Larry?
Yeah, I was happy when I saw this because, as you know, I think I've talked to you about it before. I thought the first one was a little bit popcornish, a little silly. I think a lot of DC movies are a little bit too after-school specialists, except for like the Batman, like the Dark Knight series is dope. Suicide Squad is dope, but some of like the superheroes, like the Aquaman, Wonder Woman is the same way, but I still liked Wonder Woman, the first one. I thought the Superman movies are very after school specialish. But this one, when they said that it's going to be a little bit more serious, that it's going to be more relevant to the current, the current day, that kind of got me excited because I don't think we need. Sometimes I would like it to be a little bit darker, but I guess Marvel has the whole dark superhero themes on lock. And, and when you have all these other superheroes sort of movies and series coming out, like The Boys and Jupiter Legacy and all this stuff, trying to really touch in on more dark sides of superheroes and that kind of world, I think DC has its place in the lighter side, but I think you can still make it more serious and more relevant without going extra dark. And I think that's what it sounds to me like that's what they're going for. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out for them.
Me too. And before we move on, I mean, of course, I always like to play with the numbers on Box Office Mojo. This thing made bank.
Still can't believe it made that much money.
Yes,
that's just crazy.
$1.1 billion.
So crazy. Because you got to remember too, this film came out during Mary Poppins, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and there was another. Bumblebee. Those were all came out like back to back weekends, and this was the winner. So,
yes.
What was the budget on this?
I was trying to find it. Let me search for that real quick. Give me a second. But it is inevitable that they was not gonna make a sequel, or going to make a sequel. Excuse me. And so Aquaman,
it says between 160 to 200 from what I'm able to see, which makes sense because the visuals were incredible.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does make perfect sense. But everybody is popping in now. I mean, oh my goodness gracious, I'm so happy. Bringing in my third guest to the show, the stock market master genius, Mr. Lamont Tyson with Life Gains. How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good. And I want to let the people know this week, if you have any money, buy a company called XPO and buy a company called FireEye. Every week we hear a new hack in the United States of America caused by Russia, and FireEye helps protect, find, and prevent more hacking. And the stock is only $20, and we're looking at it might hit 60 by the end of the year. Buy that stock.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, my brother. I do appreciate it, man. And you doing all right today?
I'm good, man. My daughter don't woe me down, but I'm here.
Already, man. Well, let me go ahead and get you back to it as soon as I can. How you feeling about this Aquaman news that the director is saying that they have a new title, Aquaman 2, The Lost Kingdom. I'm over here geeking out with my collection, got my 4K right there. You know what I'm saying? Physical media will never die in this house. You know what I'm saying? And also these comments talking about the second one is a little bit more serious, a little bit more relevant to the world we're living in today. That's where it wants to go. And then just also, we're talking about the money, you know what I'm saying? Like how it made $1.1 billion. How you feeling about all this?
If people that always call me a Marvel fanboy because I wear Marvel shirts and you see Marvel paraphernalia, B. Avery, what does that say right there? Oops, let me duck. That says DC.
Yes, sir, it does. Yes, sir.
I'm a comic fan. I want to see DC do well, and I think that all this news coming out with Aquaman is for the good.
Yes.
I enjoyed the visuals, the transition to the water, the monsters, the powers. That I enjoyed the whole thing, but I did want the story to be a little deeper. I'm okay with Jason Momoa. I mean, he's not going to win an Oscar, but for that role, he did fine. I would like to see him take the character a little deeper, but I'm okay with it. I don't want you guys to think I'm saying I'm damning him to hell. I'm not doing that. I'm saying if this next story can tap into him a little more than what it did, and it gets to the modern day, and we get a little bit more back on the grounds of maybe the DC 52 comic run that we've seen, I don't see why this is not going to make another $1 billion, because it can do big numbers if they do the story correctly. And I'm liking everything I'm seeing so far.
Already. Well,
yeah.
I do have a quick question to that last point Lamont just brought up. As far as the money goes, one, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, his stock is, we talked about stock earlier, his stock has risen since 2018 as far as his popularity goes. But two, we have not to get too dark and get to the the speculation of everything, but Amber Heard, her stock has went down a lot, and we know that she's the co-lead of this film and everything that goes on behind the scenes with obviously stuff that she's going with her ex-husband. Do you guys think that does anything to the box office regarding that she's coming back as Mara?
No.
I don't think it affected. And honestly, man, I don't even know what's going on. I know she's going through something.
Oh,
I don't know the details though.
You don't know the details?
I don't know the details at all,
bruh.
I just know that I keep hearing her name circulating through the media, but I have no. And I heard that it's bad, but I don't know what it is.
Very bad.
It's rough.
Okay, well, it may be best to tell me later. So I'm gonna just make that assumption. Okay, well, cool. Saying that the first Aquaman is fire, I agree. So go ahead.
Do you think this is going to be more of, because they said they're going to deal with more current issues? Do you think this is going to be more of a they're going to deal with environmental issues or social issues, or what do you think they're going to deal with to make it more serious? Because I'm wondering, like, they're talking about the Lost Kingdom, so I'm assuming that maybe that's going to become unlost. Maybe it's going to be found, or maybe they're going to deal with what maybe they're going to. It sounds to me like the story is going to be primarily focused on Atlantis. So.
I'm good for either one of those social or environmental interviews. I cannot talk. Issues. My goodness gracious. Social or environmental issues. I don't know why I went blank right there. They can do either or both. I'm excited, but my only concern is, like, in the first film, you already had a lost, like, portal or sect or things. So how many lost worlds are there? And I kind of thought the trench was the lost people too. So I don't know. But they can do either or to me.
I pretty much think that throughout his comic history, one of the reasons that they have issues with land dwellers is because of their issues with waste and throwing shit in the sea, throwing nuclear bombs in the sea. And you've seen a little bit of that in this last movie. Now, they didn't make it a big bone of contention, but you could see that they was upset with the land dwellers because of the type of things that they do on land that in a lot of the stories they feel like destroys the earth, period. And they all the waste comes to the water. So I can easily see them zero in on that. And since they didn't do that trench movie, I could easily see them going to that trench, discovering some new things easily.
That'll work. That'll work. Let me get this super chat real quick. Aaron Bater returns. We are so hold on.
People are just about to go hard on her.
Hold on.
Yes!
Hold on. Okay, so now that y'all saying turd, because I see y'all talking about this in the where's so is this true? Because I have heard this. I keep hearing Amber Turd. So hold on, did she really take a crap on the zoo bed?
That's what the story. Not only that, B. Avery. Not only that, but without giving you all the details, she incited violence on him.
Bro, I'm in a true world right now. Y'all playing a joke on me.
No, be Avery. Be Avery. Me and Larry did a story on it. We had
this whole thing was so bad that it held up pirates.
I have been under the biggest rock ever.
That's why I mentioned I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of people that petitioned to not have her back in the movie. I don't think it's not going to hurt it like tremendously. There's a lot of people that will not see this film because she's in it.
B. Avery, we're not lying. Me and Larry had the police report, and the police report said that she put her hands on him. She put the turd in his bed, And then she done something stupid with like rocks under his pillow, tried to suffocate. It was B. Avery.
Oh, that's wild,
B. Avery.
man. That's
She done some mess, man.
That's wild right there.
Yeah. Oh, both of them were out of control, and they probably just need to be away from each other.
Yeah, man. I'm behind, man. Apparently, because what's crazy is I kept seeing and hearing Amber Turd, but I was like, whatever. I just thought somebody was making fun of her name. Like, I didn't put it together. Like, but man, that is crazy.
I mean, Johnny Depp, he lost his job. He lost Fantastic Beasts because of this whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I think this is much more like, I think Aquaman is not. I'm telling you, this is not going to do as good just because Amber Heard is in it. I think there will be a lot of people not seeing this film just for the simple fact that she's in it.
You might even see protests at the movie theater. No, seriously.
The turds at the screen, more or less.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
I forgot Elliot, comedian of his other job, too. You know what I'm saying? That's so he'd be sliding them in there. You'd be like, what? I want to spend it. It was actually very, very funny.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I got you, man. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the second topic of the day. I'm pretty happy about this, too. Don't know if y'all have seen the first Ted film. But I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was fantastic. But I have this report right here. What is this from? This is from Deadline. TED TV series from Seth MacFarlane based on movie ordered by Peacock. I hate that name. UCP and MRC producing. And there you go right there. Peacock is giving a straight-to-series order to TED, a live-action comedy series based on Seth MacFarlane's hit 2012 movie from UCP and MRC Television. MacFarlane is in negotiations to reprise the voice of the lovable, foul-mouthed teddy bear. MacFarlane and Eric Huggins will executive produce through MacFarlane's Fuzzy Door. The project stems from MacFarlane blockbuster overall deal with UCP. And so I am going to come to Larry first on this one. I'm just showing the whole collection they got today. I got it's not on 4K, but it's on Blu-ray right there, the first Ted movie. I love these films. But Larry, how you feeling about this, man? How do you feel about the first two films? And also, are you excited about a new straight-to-TV series going to Peacock?
Yes, absolutely, man. I love Ted 1 and 2. I think it's hilarious. And I'm looking forward to the series. I hope they do another movie too. I hope they roll the series into a third movie and really just play it up big, because it's just a fun series. It is fun. The dude he's cute and vulgar and hilarious, and and it's fun. You see this relationship with him and Mark Wahlberg's character, and it's just funny because you think about, okay, what would happen if your teddy bear really came to life? I mean, your teddy bear is going to be wilding out in a lot of ways, and I mean, some level you're responsible for it because it's your bear. But I mean, I just watching that movie, it was absolutely just hilarious. I mean, I can't get enough of that. I hope they do 5 more movies.
Right on. I hope they do too. Lamont, how you feeling about all this, man? How you feeling?
I'm gonna echo what Larry said. I mean, when people talk about who would you want to have a beer with, I'm thinking to myself, Mark Wahlberg. Damn, if I had a teddy bear, I want to have a beer with my teddy bear, because that teddy bear was telling the truth. He was really dropping gems in the movie. I loved them both, and I hope that the TV series is just as good. Now, my beef with Mark Wahlberg is not that he did bad in those movies. It's just I got beef with him personally. But for what he did in the movie, it was fine. I hope they get someone else to replace him in the TV series. But I hope they keep the bear the same way he was in the movie. And my last point is, damn, if we can do this with a bear, can we get Alf back?
That's real. I didn't even think about that. I wonder. Alf was kind of. I remember it being known, but I didn't tune into it too much. But I know a lot of people loved it.
He was an alien, though. He was an alien that looked like a cross between a teddy bear and a tiger.
Right.
Oh yeah. He did have an interesting look. Before I come to Elliot, I would just like to look at these numbers. Budget 50 million, 549 worldwide. That's freaking crazy.
The budget was 50 million.
Yes, sir.
Golly.
Yeah. Is that well, I mean, does that seem like a lot?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't for what they made. No.
Yeah. Now the second one didn't do it. It's still profitable, but it didn't do as hot, and so that's that. But coming to you, Elliot, how you feeling about all this?
Yeah, well, I hate to be the negative Nancy, but I like the first Ted. I thought the first Ted is hilarious. The second one, we talked about turds earlier. I thought the second one was a turd. I did not find that funny at all. I thought Mark Wahlberg and Amanda Seyfried, their chemistry was whack. I don't know why they didn't bring Mila Kunis back in the role. The jokes felt repetitive. They felt like the same movie. They just recycled all the jokes from the first one, just injected in the second one. So I wasn't a fan of the second one. And as you just showed, Brandon, the box office wasn't that hot. It was less. It's like half the months of the first one did. So I think it kind of spoke to the quality of the film. So me personally, make it animated. Seth MacFarlane, he does obviously animation with Family Guy. I would love for a animated Ted, no Mark Wahlberg because I'm not a fan of that character, and bring in like a crossover of him and Flash Gordon, because that was like the whole thing of the first Ted was he loved Flash Gordon. So give me a crossover with Ted, animated style with Flash Gordon going on different adventures. But I don't need a live action Ted anymore because the second one I was not a fan of. And again, Mark Wahlberg, just do Ted. You don't have to have any of those other characters, but yeah, man.
Wow. The only reason why I wouldn't want to see an animated Ted is because Ted's already a teddy bear. He's already supposed to be not real, and so to make him animated just makes something that's supposed to be not real less real. And that's part of the fun, is that in a live action film, that a thing that's not supposed to be real is actually come to life. And so I hear what you're saying, though, about the repetitive jokes and sort of the rehashing of things for the second one. I thought it was still funny. It was enough funniness in the first one that it was still held up for the second one. But I think they should do something. Maybe just switch it up. Maybe if Mark Wahlberg isn't coming back, maybe bring in what's his name for this? What's his name? Gerard Carmichael. He used to have the Carmichael show.
Yeah.
I think he would be funny for something like this because his show, he had a lot of stuff, a lot of socially aware and socially conscious jokes in there, and Ted just says whatever the hell he wants to. You could have Ted saying all kinds of stuff that Carmichael, as a regular person, may not be able to say.
Kind of like me and your show, Larry. Huh? Kind of like me and you when we live stream. You the teddy bear and I'm Carmichael.
That's funny. Now, I was gonna say, both Elliot and Lamont both had a disdain for Mark Wahlberg. I'm seeing that in the chat. I think Zia Latrice saying he had a trouble pass. I mean, where I been? Like, what did
what?
Oh, Mark, you don't know about Mark?
You don't know about Mark Wahlberg?
No, man. What's going on with Mark?
I mean, he partly racist on the low. I mean, what? Man. Don't let him somebody. And he was a teenager.
Yeah, he went to jail. Yeah, I think he went to jail.
Yeah. He went to
Hold on. Well, because I thought he was, because Larry, we had talked about him doing that documentary about Movie Pass. I thought he was good.
It's hard to say because he when he grew up in the south side of Boston, he grew up in South. He's a Southie, and they're notoriously racist over there.
Very.
Well, F him.
And when he see, that's the thing. When he was a kid, I think is when his brother was a part of that group. He got into a fight outside of some bar or club or something when he was underage. I think he was like 15, 16. Yeah. He I don't know. I think he said I think it was a Filipino guy or something. He called him some sort of racial thing, and they got into a fight and he killed the guy. And
Mark Wahlberg killed the guy.
Mark Wahlberg killed the guy.
But the thing is, it seems like, and it's unclear because it seems like after that he may have either rehabbed his life and got himself together in such a real way that he doesn't have that anymore inside of him, or he has such great media training that that even an inkling of his racism doesn't sneak out, because you don't hear about anything coming out.
It sneaks out to some degree, but he's done a good job of, as you said, Larry, putting the right people around him. And when he goes on sets, he does a lot of movies that are kind of guy serious, and he's done some with brothers. Now, what has leaked out is when he catches an attitude with people. Now, when he gets mad, that's when he rips off all that stuff him and Tyrese got into it on one of the movies they did, where he slipped up and called Tyrese the N-word on set. Now he apologized to him, but Tyrese still let it be known that he done this on set. And I forgot what movie. I think it was Brothers. The movies they did. It was Brothers, Four Brothers, whatever it was. And from that day forth, Tyrese ain't want to have nothing to do with him. But Mark Wahlberg, because he's a quote unquote man's man, I think they might have gave him a pass on that, but I can't give him a pass.
Well, yeah, screw this dude. I didn't know. Somewhere in the article, if y'all want to read down below, it is in the comment section. If you're watching this via live or the replay, it says that it hasn't been confirmed if Mila Kunis. Yeah, for now, no plans for the films Mark Wahlberg and Mila Kunis to appear in the series. So, just to be frank, shit, we can move on. I'm not trying to talk about him no more. If he getting down like that.
Didn't even know he was still there. I mean, I try and give people a break. If you did something stupid when you were a kid and you had certain feelings. I mean, I grew up in a time where being gay was not cool. So for me, I often was calling people all kinds of F-bombs and called them all kinds of derogatory words. My parents were very homophobic. So I understand what it's like if you grow up in an area where people are racist or homophobic or sexist. And then once you get out into the larger world, you change your ways. You meet people, you befriend people, and you don't have those same feelings anymore. You realize that the things you were taught and exposed to before were complete BS. So I try and give people a break when they, now granted, if you're 35 years old and you're still living this life, that's, I have some more issues with it. But, if you're a teenager and you did something stupid or felt some sorts of ways, and now you've grown up and moved past that, I try and give people a break. But I didn't know about the thing with Tyrese,
Yeah, well, I hear you, man. I hear you. So I'm not gonna give passes for racism, but it may be more complex than that. Let me not be so absolute. Let's go ahead and move on to this third topic, though, that I'm excited about. I really am, because I want more and more of this. Lord of the Rings. Who is a Lord of the Rings fan in here? You know what I'm saying? I hope so.
Please.
Yes,
all right. Because I got this report right here, and I'm coming to you first, Lamont. From Deadline, and guys, if you're watching this in the chat or in the replay, there's a link down to this article in the description box. And while I have 141 people in the chat, I only got 72 likes. So thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Please. The Lord of the Rings goes on anime film. Excuse me, let me read that right. The Lord of the Rings goes on anime film. The War of the Rohirrim in the works at New Line, and I'm pretty sure I butchered the name of that. But the J.R.R. Tolkien franchise is headed back to the big screen in a fresh new line and Warner's animation anime titled The Lord of the Rings: The War of Rohirrim. I am told that the Oscar-winning feature architects Peter Jackson and Fran Walsh are not involved with the project as we speak, but that will be determined down the road. Oscar-winning Lord of the Rings: Return of the King series Philippa Boyens will be a consultant on the new project directed by Kenji Kamiyama. The pick is being fast-tracked with animation work done by Solar Entertainment. Voice casting is still underway. Pick will be distributed around the globe by Warner Brothers Pictures. Lamont, I don't know if you are a big fan, casual fan, not a fan at all of Lord of the Rings. I would love to hear if you are or not. And how are you? What's up, Larry?
Can I just make a quick comment? Brandon will stumble over the name James Smith, but then will perfectly pronounce a name like Kenji Kumajama or something like that. How is that even possible?
I don't know.
I know Felipe Don Juan. He gets the whole thing right.
You know, he will pronounce a name with 19 syllables and no vowels and get it right, but he'll stumble over Michael Smith.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Good observation. No, but you got me coughing. Lamont, my brother. Now you funny, Larry, but Lamont, how you feeling about this, man? Lord of the Rings, and also a new animated film coming to the big screen.
I love Lord of the Rings when the movies were out. I'm a fan. Now, this might surprise some people, but I've never really gotten into anime. Does Dragon Ball Z count as anime? Probably not. Yes. Oh, it does?
It does.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I mean, that's about the extent of where I'm going with anime. And Peter Jackson leaving, I don't like that, but that don't mean that this won't be good. I'll still watch it and hope for the best. But I think that anytime you give a beloved franchise like this is love probably more than Game of Thrones is love. And for me, I'm someone where even if you put something as a cartoon, it doesn't take away from what you can do. In some cases, you can do more when something's an animation or a cartoon. So I'm interested to see where they go. I'm going to give it a chance, and I'm going to say I'm anticipating with bated breath.
Already, I got you, man. Before I come to you, Elliot, this is kind of what it's about. The War of Rohirrim focuses on the character from the book's appendix, the mighty king of Rohan, Helm Hammerhand, and the legendary battle which helped shape Middle-earth heading into Lord of the Rings. The anime pick will expand the untold story behind the fortress of Helm's Deep, delving into the life and blood-soaked times of Hammerhand. Overall, the movie is a companion piece to the New Line's Lord of the Rings trilogy and is set roughly 250 years before that movie during the Third Age. Note Amazon's upcoming Lord of the Rings miniseries is set during the Second Age. With all that being said, Elliot, how are you feeling about all this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan as well, even though the Hobbits weren't really for me. The original trilogy, classic masterpieces, back to back, incredible. It is a little interesting that Peter Jackson has no involvement whatsoever, not as executive producer, not a consultant on the project, so that gets me a little worrisome. And I don't know if the Amazon people are attached to this at all, if it's any way connected at all. But an animated movie of a Lord of the Rings is a little, I don't know if we missed the boat on that. I mean, this is taking place almost 20 years after the original trilogy, taking place after 10 years after The Hobbit. And now we have this new series on Netflix, which I think will overshadow this animated movie. I don't know why it's not live action, why they decided to make it into an animated film. It's really, really interesting. So I'm not like super excited. I'm definitely more excited for the series. Not because it's animated versus live action, but I just find it to be a little bit more interesting. But yeah, this is a weird one. I feel like this is one of those situations where it's getting greenlit today, but after weeks and months, it might fade away because I don't know if there's an audience for an animated animated Lord of the Rings movie in theater versus maybe even an animated series. So I'm not too overly excited about this, if I'm being honest.
I got you. And Larry, before I come to you, let me read this quote that they said real quick. Carolyn Blackwood, chief operator, all the execs said, all of us at New Line feel deep affinity for the extraordinary world of J.R.R. Tolkien, created so the opportunity to dive back into Middle-earth with the team at Warner Brothers Animation is a dream come true. Fans know Helm's Deep as the stage for one of the greatest battles ever put to film, and with many of the same creative visionaries involved in the brilliant Kinji Kamayama at the helm. We couldn't be more excited to deliver a fresh vision of his history that will invite global audiences to experience the rich, complex saga of Middle-earth in a thrilling new way. Larry, how you feeling?
Yeah, I have to agree with Elliot on this one. I'm not sure an animated movie is the right move for this. I think this probably should have been live action. I feel like with animated anything, you're gonna get your hardcore people, but there's a lot of people that are just simply not going to see it because it's animated. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. They're just not going to watch it because it's animated. And if it was a live action, then you would get all of those hardcores, plus you get all the other people that might just go see it because it looks like a cool movie. But the second you put out an animated anything, you probably lose half of the people that would go see it normally.
Well, I mean, I hear what y'all are saying. It's not going to make as much, but it's going to be cheaper as well. So I don't think anybody's just not going to see it. It won't be the big hit that it was, but I'm gonna see it, but I can't say I'm excited about it, to be honest with you. Yeah. But I got my Hobbit right
go
here.
Straight to streaming.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think that this is gonna be an audible. They're gonna put this probably on Amazon Prime to match up with the series.
I think it's to I think
you said WB. You said WB. Okay,
okay, yeah. The different studios have rights to Warner Brothers can do like some animated stuff, but the others Amazon can only do movies.
So maybe they'll go to HBO Max.
HBO Max, yeah,
HBO Max.
But I have two of the Hobbit films on 3D right there. Physical media will never die. Got my golden case
There it is.
Of Lord of the Rings right there.
Cut.
I need to I don't know, guys, if y'all want to see my whole DVD Blu-ray 4K collection, I need to make a video. Somebody asked me about 2 or 3 years ago, but I never got around to it. But we'll see. You know, your boy Kenji or whatever. We don't got a picture of him, but you know, he's the animated master that's going to be putting this together. So hopefully Kenji can and you know, I always got to show the numbers. This is what the third film made.
Masterpiece.
Money. $94 million. That's
nuts.
I didn't think it was that cheap, but golly, I forgot.
See, that's the thing. When you look at that and you think to yourself, it cost $94 million to make that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you scale it up for inflation today, and it costs, let's just say it cost $150 million to make. That's still cheap. It's still relatively cheap to make a big movie like that with a ton of brand recognition already, so that you can make that movie a live action film, drop it, and have people go nuts for it. And it would probably make $1 billion. Even if it was 150, all you really need to make is 450 out of it. If you make $500 million on that film, you've already made more than your money back. And I think it could do that easily.
Right on. Well, guys, thank you for all of that. And let's go ahead and move on to the final topic of the show. It's doing well, breaking all kinds of records, you know, and I'm here to talk about it. I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. And that is, what is it? That is this Loki Disney Plus series. Loki Disney Plus. It is one of the best shows out right now on Disney Plus, and I got the article right here. Let me bring that down. This is from Screen Rant. It says Loki was the most watched premiere of any Marvel Disney Plus show. Loki earns the title of the most watched premiere of any Marvel show on Disney Plus, beating out WandaVision and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And so, you know, I do my recaps on Wednesday. Elliot does his on Thursday, and Lamont does his on Wednesday as well. We all love the show, but I'm gonna come to you first, Elliot, on this, man. How are you feeling about this news that it's beating Falcon and Winter Soldier? It's beating WandaVision. Do you think that this is just momentum, or do you think it's because of the character of Loki and he may be more popular, or you know, what do you think about this whole thing, man? Let us know.
Yeah, I mean, this just speaks to, you know, a lot of people saying, I'm not as excited for phase 4 after Endgame. Where do you go? And as WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, now Loki has proven people are still hungry, myself included, for MCU content. And I think this actually bodes well for something like Black Widow, which I thought lost a lot of momentum, but it still shows that people are excited for Marvel properties. And this is going to be the first Marvel film in theaters. So I think Black Widow will do fine, but just speaks to phase 4 has just grown into what we expect it to be, man. I expect the next Disney show, I think it might be Hawkeye, or maybe it's Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. I can't remember the order of it, but expect that to be the most highest watched Marvel show. They just keep building off of each other. They have nothing but great, you know, stock with the audience. You know, we always, even though they have some films that maybe don't work, but it's still like everyone wants to know what's next. The whole thing, I remember when Kevin Feige announced that watching these shows would be a critical part of phase 4, that if you miss a show, you might not fully understand what's going on in a Doctor Strange and a Spider-Man 3. So I think people at first we're like, oh, I don't want to watch a show and not know what's going on. So now it's like people are like, well, I need to know what's going on. I want to know what's going on. Everyone getting excited about the multiverse. So this is the show that obviously is going to open up that conversation. So I think it speaks well to the stock that Marvel has grown with the audience on a platform where we know every weekend there's something to watch on Netflix, there's something to watch on HBO Max, or something to watch in theaters. But people, when they see anything MCU related, they're running straight to the TV to enjoy their content. And I think that's going to speak also, like I said, to Black Widow when that drops. So no surprise there. And it's a good show. It deserves the numbers because it's really, really awesome.
Right on. And Larry, before I come to you, since Elliot was just talking about the numbers, let me go ahead and just bring it up real quick. In a fandom post to Twitter, data shows that Loki was the most watched premiere of any Marvel show on Disney Plus. According to the data, the first episode of Loki was streaming by 890,000 U.S. households. That greatly surpassed The Falcon and Winter Soldier, which received 759,000 households, as well as 655 streamed for WandaVision. Though these numbers do not account for mobile views, they still offer some great insight into the latest MCU popularity. And if you want to view the full tweet below, There you go, right there from fandom. And it says via Samba TV. I'm gonna talk about that next. But yeah, Larry, how you feeling about all this, man? And also those numbers specifically.
I mean, I'm happy for them, and I don't think the numbers mean a whole lot in comparison to the other shows because, you know, like you were saying, I think a lot of it is momentum. Just people started off with WandaVision. They became aware of the Disney series. Like, we've known about it because we've been talking about it. We've been excited about it, but the average person may not have known before WandaVision that there were Disney Marvel series coming out. And so now that they're aware of it, you know, they were sort of checking for it already. But, you know, we saw WandaVision did well, and then Falcon Winter Soldier did better, and now Loki's doing even better. I think really where we're going to see the numbers that matter if we're going to compare how the series are really doing in comparison to each other is when we have a second season of these shows. And then we can see who's really checking for what, you know. And
I agree.
So, but other than that, man, I mean, it's a fun thing to watch, and it's fun to be able to see these characters weekly without actually, you know, it's fun to see these characters weekly and actually have the same stars in the shows that are in the movies. Yeah. Because oftentimes when they move from the big screen to the little screen, they had always recast when they've done it with other stuff. And so it's really great to see these characters on the little screen as well. You know, I think also another big point is that they mentioned it in the article was that they moved the show from Friday to Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And I think as we are starting to come out of the pandemic, even though, don't get me wrong, people, pandemic is still fully alive. Variants are out there. People are still getting sick and dying. So continue to mask up, even if you're vaccinated and around other people, because there's a lot of people that aren't. Anyways, you know, if as people are starting to come out of the pandemic and going out more, going out to eat, going out to clubs, going out to parties, you know, concerts, hanging out with friends, all the stuff that people did in their past. A lot of people are not sitting at home on Friday night watching TV. A lot of people are out and about. And so moving this to Wednesday in the middle of the week when people are actually at home, I think has probably helped a nice little bump too.
Right on. And before I come to you, Lamont, I'm sorry, guys, I didn't send y'all this part of the article. This is actually the who ran the numbers. Deadline, and this is in the description box, but Deadline, Loki's first day viewership scores, it says per Samba TV. And they're kind of like Nielsen rating, to my understanding. But right here, clearly the growing number of households turning in day one proves that Marvel Disney Plus series are growing and momentum, report says by Samba TV. And so again, if you're watching this via live or in the chat, the replay, there's a link to both of these articles down in the description box below. But let me just bring up what that said specifically about that. And Samba TV previously clocked 1.7 million households returning the Falcon and the Winter Soldier for the first weekend and 1.6 for the 3-day weekend of WandaVision. Samba TV measures streaming viewership in 3 million terrestrial smart TV households for at least 5 minutes. One non-Disney studio insider complained to me that Samba TV's numbers don't tell the whole picture because they don't include mobile viewers. Those streaming services have no room to talk. Just report your viewership numbers and stop whining. That's kind of, I should have cut that in. It's not part of the thing. But Lamont, how you feeling about all this, man? How you feeling?
I agree that part of it is momentum. I do agree that part of it is love of Loki. And I do agree because when I was out walking my daughter today, I met, ladies and gentlemen, a 62-year-old Marvel fan. She's a lady, an Anglo-Saxon lady, walking her 3 dogs trying to impress my daughter. She said to me specifically, she didn't have Disney Plus until last Tuesday when she heard Loki was coming out.
What? Okay.
And I said, well, so you missed WandaVision and you missed Falcon Winter Soldier? She's like, yes, I didn't care about them. I love Tom Hiddleston and I love Loki and the Thor mythology. That's what she loves. And so I do believe it's a combination of all those moving parts coming together. And Tom Hiddleston, let's just keep it real. He plays a damn good villain. Even though he was casted to be Captain America and didn't get it, he plays the hell out of Loki. I didn't really care for the fact when they first started the MCU that he was Loki because I was kind of wanting them to go with someone bigger but I had to eat crow quickly, and I don't like to eat birds. And he has done a damn good job of being Loki, and where they're going with this story and setting us up for the multiverse, setting us up for the TVA, setting us up for a big shootout between the Celestials and the Timekeepers. I see that coming. I'm loving it all. And it is just a great catapulting place for people who are maybe casual fans, as well as us comic book nerds who know the lore and the mythology. You're bringing this all together in one great story to the point where the damn Infinity Stones mean nothing in the TVA. Thank you.
Right, right on. Yeah, man. All good stuff right there. And guys, again, if you want to, read these articles, they are down in the description box below for you to check out at your own leisure.
And I think Lamont is
I'm sorry, Zia Latrice said in the comment section, she said villains are more popular. And, I think that in some of these instances, villains are more popular because they are more interesting in a lot of ways, because they're multidimensional. You have some of the superheroes that in a lot of ways are just sort of one-dimensional. It's like, here's a good person who does good things. And then that's kind of it. They're the good guy. Well, the bad guy is like, why is this person so bad? Why are they the bad guy? How did they get this way? Do they want to be the bad guy? Are they trying to be good and they just keep screwing up? There's all these different things you could talk about with bad guys, and good guys are often presented as one-dimensional, which is one of the reasons why I'm not always the biggest fan of Superman, because he often comes off as really one-dimensional, as just the good guy. He came here from another planet. He's strong and all the other stuff. And I would like to see more of them explore some of these the other, and that's one thing I think Marvel does even with the good guys, is they explore some of the flaws of their good guys.
B. Avery, you know where he going with this, B. Avery. You know where he going. Everything he talks about dealing with any comic, I don't care if it's The Boys, I don't care if it's DC, it all comes back to one character, and that's Killmonger.
Well, I wasn't even thinking about him right then, because we were talking about villains, and Killmonger is so clearly a good guy. He wasn't even in my mindset. I wasn't even thinking about him. I was actually going to talk about, I love the fact how complicated they make, characters like Deadpool, because he's a good guy but does bad things sometimes, and he's not your typical good guy. And I think that Marvel does those characters really well, and I think oftentimes other people out there, it's usually only their it's usually only their villains that are that interesting. Oftentimes their heroes are kind of boring.
Right on. Okay. All right. Any other thoughts on this Loki stuff and villains? And
no, I was going to say kind of
Killmonger is the rightful ruler of Wakanda.
Okay.
No, I was going to say, kind of playing on what Larry was saying. I think it does play, and Lamont mentioned earlier that like Tom Hiddleston as Loki is like probably one of the most popular characters, like as far as like popularity goes, and people love Tom Hiddleston. They love Loki. Him. So I think that played a lot into the numbers, as well as it's really important to also keep in mind, as they said in the first episode, how important Loki is to the MCU. I mean, he was the one that he brought the Avengers together, right? So it only makes sense that Loki in Phase 4 would open up this new realm of possibilities from the MCU, TVA, King the Conqueror, Timekeeper. So it only makes sense that it comes back to this character that got our Avengers together, and now he might be the reason why we get another Avengers coming together for this big threat that's coming from the TVA. So I think it plays hand in hand into Phase 4 and Loki being the catalyst for that. So he's a big character in the MCU, and we'll see how things play out for the God of Mischief in the show.
Right on. All right, guys. Well, I guess that will do it. That is the final topic for today. Movie News Roundup show number 19. And I want to thank everybody for being here so much. I really do appreciate it. Again, if you liked everything that we had to say today, there's a link to all the articles down in the description box below. And I want to thank.
I have a question for you, though, B.
What's up?
Now that we have a live action Little Mermaid coming, do you think we're going to get a Little Mermaid Aquaman crossover? Are we going to see a Little Mermaid cameo in the next Aquaman movie?
I hope not.
I'm surprised he didn't ask you, are we going to see a little Aqua Mermaid baby pop out of that whole situation?
Yeah.
Ooh, there you go.
Be very weird. It would be
recast Amber Heard with Little Mermaid. Let's make it happen in Aquaman.
Man,
I forgot she taking craps in beds. That is like,
man. Yeah.
New meaning to the phrase water birth.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, man.
I got him. She had to be intoxicated. She had to be. I mean, you just not.
The police report didn't say that. Me and Larry had the police report. It ain't say that. Larry, did the police report say that?
She had to been intoxicated, high, both. Nobody, like, I just can't think of, unless she has, and I'm not trying to make fun of nobody, unless she has some type of mental condition and she hides so well on screen, nobody's just going to throw their career down the toilet, pun intended. You know, like that. I mean, it's going to get out. Like, come on.
Oh,
hey,
that is a career ending.
You got to go. You gotta go.
I'll be honest with you, man. I know it's terrible what she did, but I feel bad for both of them because
that's the understatement of the millennium.
Very alert.
But go ahead, my bad, man. Go ahead.
You know, I feel bad for him in some ways because if this were any other random couple who was going through a tough divorce and did something stupid like that, nobody would know about it. Nope. I mean, all of us are humans with our regular frailties, and you do some stupid stuff sometimes. But because we're not famous, no one knows about it. But I mean, that is the worst of the worst, and how horribly embarrassing it must be to have that put out there for the whole world to know that you took a crap in your husband's bed because you were pissed off at him
on purpose.
I mean, that's horrible.
On purpose,
it would be embarrassing if it was on accident. You know what I'm saying? I had a college buddy that got too intoxicated once and he crapped his pants, and we let him have it. You know, but anyway.
But that's different because that was on accident. You know, when you did that on purpose, there's no walking that back.
I don't want her back either, man. I'm gonna be walking Aquaman too. Like, you shit.
I'm sitting here like stinking here. I'm telling you, man. I'm not going to see this in theaters. People will be throwing poop at the screens. Like,
you really
stay at home and watch this on HBO Max?
Elliot, you think that people are gonna do that?
I hope not, man. They're gonna go to jail, man.
People these days, I would not be surprised. People
they're gonna fight. They're gonna start a riot in the movie theater. Are you serious?
Coming with the bags.
But see, you know how they say. But Elliot, you know how they normally say sometimes you see it coming. In this situation, you're gonna smell it coming right before it.
All right.
I'm saying before it gets to the screen, you're gonna smell what somebody is cooking.
We're done. Elliot, thank you for being here, my brother. What are your final words for the show? And what do you have going on your channel, man?
Strictly Starlight said, "Bring your air freshener.
Bring your air fresheners.
Bring the Febreze with you."
Oh my goodness gracious, man! Hold up. My jaw hurts from laughing. I can't even see the screen.
Hey,
hold on. It's been a while since I caught a live. Congrats, number 19. Moving news roundup be every Big 20 because for celebration. Yes, I guess next week is Big 20, and so you know. Thank you. Yes, and thank you, Lainey. I do appreciate it. Oh, y'all are funny, man. Y'all are funny. But yeah, Elliot, man, what do you have? What are your final words, sir? And what do you got going on your channel?
Yeah, man. Hey, Aquaman 2, the Lost Toilet. We'll see what goes on with that. As far as channel content, man, we got some Loki to talk about this week, episode 2, and you know, I will be having Brandon. Yeah, a little, you know.
Y'all crazy.
Brandon will be joining us this Thursday for the live discussion of Loki. So check me out this week, guys. But again, you know, use the toilet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
people. Don't go on the bed.
Use the toilet. My goodness gracious. Who's next? I forgot. Larry. What are your final words for the show today, sir? And what do you have going on your channel? I was trying not to laugh.
Oh man, that's. I feel like maybe I should do a review of a debate. What do they call those things?
No, we don't need a review on that. Maybe on how it looks, but we don't need to know how it works. So I'm good. Lamont, I'm coming to you, Lamont.
Anyway,
Larry, go ahead.
more tech reviews, man. You know, I do have some headphones, some earphones, just some basic stuff. I do have my weekly haul video that was supposed to be out already. Except it became such a big one. They sent me so much stuff. It was normally I try and keep my haul videos around 20-30 minutes, and last week was 40 minutes. This week is going to be an hour because people sent me so much stuff, and so I'm trying to get it out. I worked on the video earlier today. As part of why I was a little late. I worked on it and got it right to about where it finished, and I was going through and color grading it, and then my computer crashed. And then all of a sudden, I guess the file got corrupted and it crashed like 15 times, and I had to start all over again. So after I finished my moment of rage, after I finished my moment of rage to calm myself down, I was like, let me finish this and then get it together. So, oh, look at that.
Oh, we got some super chats. Well, first, Larry, I do want to apologize. I'm sorry that happened to you, my brother. I am sorry. Bakar Bro for the $5 super chat. You guys, ha. Thank you. And I'm in a good mood. I'm laughing, and hopefully this will make Larry feel better. I feel like dancing.
There we go.
And Papa Avery, IPO for Just My Opinion Reviews. Great guest. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Dad. I do appreciate it. And just for that, you know, we're gonna take it all the way back to the 90s with this one.
Oh, I'm jealous. Oh.
Ninja, please.
Thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Yes, I love that movie too. I love that movie too. And so, Lamont, coming to you, sir, what are your final words for the show, and what do you have going on your channel?
Well, hopefully when Aquaman comes out, it won't be a big stinker so that we can have a good review about the movie when we get together. But for my channel, everybody, we're doing The Shy. We've got trailer reviews. We've got a live review where we have a bunch of people on. That's coming tomorrow. We're still reviewing the show on Stars called Run the World. And immediately when that's done, me and Larry are going to go back to the topics of stocks and the financial markets and a little tech on that Tuesday to kind of keep you guys engaged. I've had a lot of people hit me up for one-on-one how to get the foundations of the stock market together. And someone asked in the chat, what were the two stocks I mentioned? It was FireEye, that helps with hacking and security. And the other one was XPO. They are a transportation and logistics company that is just making big waves. So go ahead and you guys put those on your list. And then the rest of the week, we got Loki. Hopefully Avery will be leaking back up with us. And then Friday's kind of the all everything show where we go on what was the hot topics of the week. We review what's going to happen on the shows we watch on the weekend. And we just try to really, really entertain you guys, good fashion. And we beat up on a couple of the lovely ladies of Life Game that night as well. So come check us out.
It's not that we want to; they just keep coming for us, mainly for me. So you know, I have to defend my honor.
Yeah, they be on us.
Well, and guys, if you can, just my final words. I just want to say thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. If you are still in the chat, please go ahead and give me that thumbs up. I would appreciate that. 140 of you. What I have been doing lately, and I still have about 4 or 5 more that are going to post. I did like a trailer reaction binge, and here's 12 right here. Another one posting the 9 at night, and then a few in the morning, and all that good stuff. If you guys can just watch them real quick, you know, they're just 4 to 5 to 6 minutes. I will really appreciate that. And just kind of how the algorithm works is if you watch, if you subscribe to somebody's channel and you watch like 2 or 3 or 4 other videos back to back to back, they see that and they'll be like, oh wow, this person is watching a binge session, you know, of this one particular YouTube. These videos, this channel must be good. So let's, you know, put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Because they make money off of us as well. So if you don't mind watching it, I haven't put it in the chat of this video yet. However, like as soon as this video is over, I'm just going to put a playlist of all those trailer reactions in the description of this video in the pinned comments. That way, if you just want to press, you can press play and go take a nap or go wash dishes.
No, go use the bathroom.
Yeah, use the restroom.
Use the restroom, man.
Use the restroom.
Right on your bed.
Right in the bed.
They would do something really, really novel, which is watch them.
Yes. There you go. And I got one more super chat. Cat Harlem. Nice review, guys. I'm about to watch Loki. Lamont company should use the open stock account. And just for you, the second half for what we saw earlier. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it.
Vanilla Ice.
Yes, they were. They were very cool. Well, guys, again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Movie News Roundup Show. Links to the articles in the description box. Give me that thumbs up before you go. Please subscribe to my channel and everybody's channel here. If you want to follow myself, Larry, Lamont, and Elliot, you can follow them on social media. There is a link to everybody's YouTube channel and down in the description box. And like always, you can head over to my channel tab and the whole crew is right there. Next time I see you guys this Wednesday for my Loki recap episode 2 and another Movie News Roundup show, guys. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery. That's Elliot, Larry, and Lamont. And that's just our opinion. Peace out. And I'll see you next time.